Hello, this is Victoria here at Shop Eco, and today we are going to be discussing liquid eyeliner, hence why I have a fresh face here. And I want to apologize because we're going to be getting up close and personal today. I've got my mirror kind of set off to the side, and I'll be doing a lot of right in my face here so you can get a really good idea. So first off, I wanted to show you the liquid liners that we have. So we've got the Fit Glow Beauty liquid liners, these beautiful ones here. There we go. And I also wanted to show the brush on it. I do air quotes because it actually doesn't have bristles on the brush. It's like a silicone brush that has ridges. So if you think like a quill, that is what it looks like. So again, really tricky to see. It's trying to see my face here. Let me do this. Aha. Okay. So even from here, you can't even see it as good as it is in real life because it's got all these little tiny edges that are going to take in the liquid liner, and then you can get a really straight line. You can get a very fine edge with the point there, or you can get it wider. For the purposes of today, we're going to kind of keep it simple, but of course I've got a lot of tips and tricks for you. Since Deb asked me to do this video, I've had so many people come in and ask me about liquid liner, so it must be something that's needed right now. And Fit Glow has two colors that their liquid liners come in. So there is the black. So the black here, get refocused. So yes, you can do very fine, sorry, doing it backwards is hard, or you can get a thicker line. So you have a lot of play with it. I'm just gonna clean that before I put it back in. There we go. And same for the brown color that it comes in. So again, it's a really beautiful brown, but you can tell the difference. Yeah. Doing it backwards and on the back of my hand is not ideal for precision. So just so you can kind of get the idea of the colors here. There we go. So the brown's on the bottom and the black is on the top there. So those are your two options. So if you're looking for more drama, black is definitely the way to go if you're wanting a bit more natural, but still keep in mind because it's a rich brown and because it's liquid, you're still gonna get some of that as well. So it might just be if you're looking for a bit of a softer look, or, you know, I mean, I have black lashes and brows, so black is what I just always grab and reach for, but the brown also looks really nice. I've used brown liners before, liquid ones, and they also are very beautiful. So I just realized one of the things I wanted to talk about I didn't grab, so hold on. Perfect. So one question that I've gotten a few times about liquid liners is how to prevent the creasing, or like the wing essentially from rubbing off. So I've got two tricks for that. I grabbed Sappho New Paradigm's Silky Setting Powder. This is a translucent powder that you can use full face to set your makeup. If you get creases in your under eye makeup, your concealers, your color correctors, anything that sometimes even in this area, the smile lines, people will get extra buildup there, which is completely natural. Anywhere where there's extra, like folds in the face or extra makeup being put. So, you know, any oils, that's gonna cause that to happen. So I also grabbed Sappho's eyeshadow brush. So to start, to prevent that creasing, if you know you just have oily eyelids, I'm just going to smoosh it into the powder. As I mentioned, it is translucent, so you won't see once you put it on. And then I'm really just gonna pack it into the eyeline area and across the lid. Hopefully it's putting me in focus there. I'm just slightly making the skin tight. I'm not going crazy on it, just to really help me pack that setting powder in there. So that's going to help to absorb any extra oils and hopefully prevent the creasing or the product transfer in the first place. Plus it's nice and smooth. Some people even do this before they put on their eyeshadow because they deal with a lot of creasing. Having very dry skin myself, I weirdly have oily eyelids, so that sometimes happens to me as well. Certain colors just transfer more than other colors do. So really just like pressing it nicely in there and then into this corner here, because that's often where the wing is. I did want to mention as well that I'm going to do a very minimal, what would be more appropriate for everybody type liquid liner, just so you can see how I apply it, and then I will add a bit of a wing to then, you know, show how it would be for those who do want to add a wing. However, you do not have to. You can use it just as a liner if you, again, struggle with pencils that smudge on you. Even when I would use conventional eyeliner, by the end of the day, I would be looking around all the girls in high school. I'm like, how is their eyeliner still on when my eyeliner is not on? So liquid has been the one for me that's made such a big difference and has actually stayed in place. So we've set it, we've absorbed our extra oils, and I did want to mention that I grabbed some cotton swabs, because if you happen to blink midway, or if you've got a shaky hand, then you want to clean it up right away. Where normally with certain things you'd be like, let it dry. Personally, I want to clean it up right away. I do my liquid eyeliner usually first. I don't like to do my foundation because, again, just if you, for some reason, if you really, you know, mess it up and you have to wash it all off, then I would prefer to have not done my full face. Having said that, on a day where I'm wearing full makeup, you would put your eyeshadow on first and then your liquid liner on top. And then I would do my foundation and everything like that afterwards. So it takes practice, like everything does in life. And when I first started, sometimes even now, when I'm applying it, I'm literally putting my elbow against the mirror to help steady my hand, or on my faucets. I look like a crazy person when I'm doing my liquid liner. And you're gonna see some of that because my eyelashes tend to get in the way. And for me, I find that annoying because if I get the liquid liner on my lashes, then when I do my mascara, it doesn't sit the way I want it to. So you have to do a bit of playing yourself and see what's gonna work best for you. So I've got my liquid liner, and the other thing is, similar to mascara, especially when it's new, when you pull it out, there's often so much on there that you actually have to wipe some back into the tube. So I just want it to be coated nice and not like billowing over the brush. So here's the crazy part. As I mentioned, I like my eyelashes to be out of the way, so often I'm just covering them up like so. Hopefully I'm still in focus here. And I do little strokes, because attempting to get it done in all one stroke is nearly impossible, unless you are Ariana Grande. I've seen her do her liquid eyeliner and it's ridiculous. But most people are gonna struggle. So even if I've got a little bit more, I'm gonna clean it up. So I'm not too worried. Sorry, it causes so much patience and not talking to do this. And one tip that Melissa mentioned that I realized I actually do is hold my dominant hand this way for my non-dominant eye to kind of work that way, opposed to doing it this, because your nose kind of gets in the way. So I realized that's actually something that I do. And the reason why I'm starting with my non-dominant eye is because you tend to not get it the way you want it. So it's easier to match your dominant eye to your non-dominant eye. So if you start with your non-dominant, then you can match whatever you did on your dominant side. So that's why I always start with my left. And I'm going in with the fine point here. Sorry, my mirror is off to the side. And because I'm holding it more to the side, the the liquid liner isn't fully moving down. So that's why I just kind of keep scraping it on my container here. And I like to go right to the edge of my lashes. Okay, so I can see, I know I'm adding a bit of a wing, but for myself, I would clean that up a little bit. And I was kind of raising my brows and slightly pulling just to try and make it as clean as possible. Some people even do their liner with their eye open. I am jealous of that. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not, especially when you're first practicing. So you have to do some practicing and do whatever works best for yourself. So I'm just gonna get these guys out of the way. Okay, so that's cleaned up a lot better. So I'm trying to look ahead if it makes sense. Personally, my edge is a little bit too far to the side here. You usually want the thickness to start about midway on the eye just to get that balance. So gonna fix it a little bit more. I think, yeah, that's better. So that already makes such a big difference for adding that extra drama and volume to the lashes. Keep in mind, I don't have any mascara on. But that alone is a very easy way. So you saw it was a bit like time consuming with little lines, trying to match it all, not fully over applying. And then if I were to do a then I would clean that up right away. So before I add my wing, my other tip is make sure that if you have more hooded eyelids or if you have really oily eyelids, that you're letting it dry fully before you're batting away, because then that's when it's going to touch the top and that's when it's going to move around. Once it's dry, you're usually really good. Like I said, unless you've got those really oily eyelids, if you're doing a wing, that's where it might crease. And my tip for that is, now as we go into the wing portion, if you are a person who has oily lids and you crease and it's going to take part of your wing away, try to avoid putting it up so high. So if you're putting your wing across this fold here, see this fold? So avoid putting it there and just put it a little bit down below that, and then you don't have to worry about that fold making any of your wing disappear. So as you can see, I'm gonna just go here below. And I'm just kind of mapping it out because it's easier to fill in once you know where it's going. So just need some more on here. Okay, let's do... And then again, as I mentioned, from the middle section is usually when you want that thickness to come into play. And then I can just fill in the line like so. My end for me is a little square. So I'm just taking that fine tip and just adding that extra whoop, little edge. So I think that's a pretty successful wing eyeliner. But as you can see where my fold is, it's right under it, like right under it. So it's still giving that lift because the little wing, but it's not in that crease so I don't have to worry about it disappearing throughout the day if my, lids are wanting to do that, or if it's very hot outside. So the fun part is now matching the eye. So once you have your non-dominant side in play, that usually makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to do the same type of thing, whatever that is. A little piece of lint or something. Well, it's staying. And again, this looks like madness because I have to move my lashes out of the way, so I apologize. Try and move my thumb at least for you. And as I'm doing it, sometimes I can feel some blinks coming on, so I just stop, because if you try and do it through the blinks, then you're gonna end up with a big mess, which I've done. So nobody's perfect. Okay, I'm trying to get over my lashes here. And then I want to make sure that they also start at the same point as well. So even this one's just a little bit thicker, so then I might go in and fix this one to match. Even that's better. Okay. And then I want to make my wing to match. As I mentioned, it's a bit of a process, and doing it on camera / over here is not my typical day. Okay, so I'm moving these guys. And then, yeah, I want to make sure that I'm matching where my other wing is. So that, you see? Hopefully you can see. Just to get that line in place makes a big difference, to make sure that they're just matched, and then I'll fill in from there. I do also want to mention, you don't want to be raising your eye up too much, because when you let it go, it's not going to be in the same place. So this type of a wing is very different than this type of wing. So I just do a little brow raise, maybe a little tightness here, but I'm not lifting this, and I do not recommend doing that at all, because it will completely change the shape. Even when you're applying eyeshadow, anything like that, lifting your full brow is going to do nothing for you. It's going to give you, this larger palette that you think you have, and then as soon as you let go, it's gone. So just stick with the little tightenings that your face is capable of. So even as I raise my brow, that even changes the look of where this is going. So actually right now it's slightly more down than I would like, but I'll fix that when I finish off my wing here. So from the middle, again, I'm bringing that over to reach my wing. So you can see it's kind of hollow right now, which is okay, because I'm going to fill it in. But you can also see that my lashes are getting in the way. Okay, that's better. So then it really is, it's coming down to matching the wings. So this one here, it's very nice and swoop, and this one right now, it's hard for me to talk about it, but it kind of goes down in swoops. So I just want it to be more of a gradient, just to match this side a little bit better. So I'm just gonna adjust that. And again, remember, it's makeup. You can always take it off. You can always change it. Sometimes your wing ends up being a lot bigger than you anticipated, and that's okay too. And you can see I still got some on my lashes here, which is gonna make my mascara go on funny, so I'm just gonna pinch it off. Okay, I'm just triple checking. That's much better. Again, I don't know what that fuzz is. Aha. Okay, now I'm taking a step back and I'm looking at both eyes, and I mean, are they perfect? No. And I don't pretend that they are perfect, but they're pretty darn close. And considering people aren't going to be full on staring at your symmetry, to be a little bit off is okay. And you want to make sure that, because nobody's face is also perfectly balanced, so as long as it matches your face nicely and they look relatively the same, I think we've accomplished that. Then with a very small little wing, again, it makes your eyes look a little bit bigger, and that just, you know, beauty standards is something that we're all trying to accomplish. And then when you put your mascara on too, it will also really emphasize how your liquid liner works and how beautiful your eyes are. Just again, we're calling attention to all of our beautiful features. So hopefully that wasn't too mad to watch, and that you learned something as well. If you do need some extra tips and tricks, of course you're welcome to come in and we can help guide you with that. But really, practice makes perfect, and I think I'm just going to be practicing for the rest of my life. So hopefully you can, you know, surpass my levels, and the student can become the teacher at some point. I'm not going to put on all my mascara during the video. I actually have a separate video for that. So if you want to learn about the primer and the mascara, which I'm going to put on afterwards, outside of this video, I've got a separate video that shows you all about that. So we're getting a full eye situation through these videos, so I appreciate that. And if you've got a video topic or a suggestion or anything like that for a future video, if your topic or suggestion is chosen, you can win yourself a $25 gift card. So I highly recommend whether commenting here, sending us a message, email, anything like that. And then you can have that $25 gift card to spend on the website for yourself. Maybe getting whatever it is in the topic at hand. So, like I said, if you have extra questions, you can always come in, or you could